Well, hello there. So I read this article about lucid dreaming a little while ago. I had mentioned it in an earlier vlog, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. I know that video I had made in the past, the Waking Life video, had been kind of popular and people have been talking about lucid dreaming, so clearly it's a pretty popular subject. So I thought that I would elaborate a little bit, and I loved this article. I found it so interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. My question to you is, have you ever realized that you were dreaming while you were dreaming? Apparently, the reason you're able to do that is from critical thinking, and that is what allows us to lucid dream. But it's a very small percentage of the population that's able to do that. It's something like 1 to 2% of the population that can lucid dream. And it's sort of seen as a junk science. It's not really seen as an actual scientific thing because, I mean, it's dreams. We have no way to really figure out what exactly is happening, but trust me, people have been trying again and again, tons of studies have been done, but it still isn't really a full science thing. I don't think we'll be studying it in school anytime soon. Now, if you think about your dreams, and you think about how strange and out of this world they can be, it's kind of odd that we don't realize that they happen more often. Part of the article that I really liked, I'm actually going to read it specifically for you. This is one of the great mysteries of sleep science. No matter how much practice we get at observing the real world and how it works, and no matter how many times we see weird things happening in our dreams, we never seem to realize at that moment when our father turns into a giraffe that it is most likely that we are in a dream world, and that we are therefore dreaming. It's so true. I mean, how many weird dreams have you guys had? Crazy things happening. Like I've had vampires chasing me all over France recently, or all over Paris, and there were actors with cameos who were like chimney sweeps and this and that. There was a DJ that I had met recently who just randomly popped up. Suddenly I was at a family dinner, but all of my students from my teaching job were there. These are weird things. These are things that would not usually happen, and you just don't question it because you're in a dream and you're just used to dreaming, I guess. Now, in many ways, it's really too bad that we can't tell that we're a dream, because once you realize that you're dreaming and you don't wake up, you're able to control your dreams. Then you can use your critical thought and also imagination. Personally, I think I'm at a point where I know that I'm dreaming often, but I don't necessarily know that I can control it. AKA, I don't really have bad dreams anymore. I always lead them in a direction that I'm gonna like. I always just think, okay, well now this is gonna happen, and it does. But I'm not actually thinking, this is a dream, I'm gonna make this happen. I have a hard time staying asleep once I realize that, and I think a lot of people suffer from that as well. But I 100% had a lucid dream one time. There was a person there and I realized that I was dreaming, and I asked them, so what's it like being a dream character? And in my head I'm coming up with what they're gonna say, and then they say it to me, and it's just, you know, it's silly because you can't really have a conversation. It's like having a conversation with yourself. Although that makes me think of a bunch of other things too, having a conversation with yourself. I wonder how that would go. Do you think you'd get some deep insight into yourself? Anyways, I ended up asking this character, is there anything I can give to you? Do you need like money or anything in this dream world? As if it was a character, as if it was an AI, as if it was a being within a dream, within myself. So it was kind of a strange experience, but if you guys have ever lucid dreams, I'd love to hear what you did in your lucid dream, or what you said, or who you talked to. Comment below if that is the thing. Now with my dreaming, I'm not sure, again, if I'm truly lucid dreaming or if just because I've taken on this sort of silver lining outlook on life that my dreams never turn into nightmares anymore. I mean, I had dreams in a night chased by vampires, possession, ghosts, tons of horrible things, and I wasn't scared the whole time. They didn't feel like nightmares. At one point I was actually this girl and I thought, oh my gosh, this is that moment where I'm gonna get possessed in my hand, I'm gonna get all twisted and creepy, you know how they get all like contorted and like walk down the stairs backwards. I thought that was gonna happen, and suddenly it was an out-of-body experience, and I was watching some other blonde chick have it happen to her. So I'm not really sure if that counts as lucid dreaming or not, but that seems to be the way things have been going for me recently. Although there isn't a guidebook per se on lucid dreaming, there are definite things that are important. Critical thinking, awareness, and imagination are very important. In fact, in that study, it found that 2 things are missing, specifically critical thought and imagination. Now, critical thought is being able to see that this is 100% a dream world, seeing your father turn into a giraffe and saying, that can't happen in real life. That's using your critical thinking. The problem with using your critical thinking, though, is that usually you realize you're sleeping and you wake up. Imagination may seem kind of strange to you, but again, if you think about it, it does make sense. You can imagine tons of things when you're awake. I mean, right now, if I tell you, imagine you're on the back of a massive eagle and you're soaring through the sky, you're all picturing it right now, you're all imagining it. But when you dream, you don't daydream in your dreams. You don't imagine things. It's like things just happen to you. Things just, I don't know, get regurgitated from your day, or just random thoughts from your mind, or things you've seen just come together and make your dreams. However, if you put critical thinking and imagination together, then you would be able to direct your dreams. Imagine the things you could do every night. It would be amazing. It might end up being kind of like Inception, how they just don't want to leave their dreams. They want to just keep staying and dreaming. Now, if you're really curious about lucid dreaming and you want to try it, I may have described this in my last video, I'm not going to describe it again. So in Waking Life, there's this gentleman, and he talks about ways to figure out how you're lucid dreaming. And the two ways that he talks about are this. One, look at a clock, a digital clock. If you look at the numbers on the digital clock, they never seem right. They're kind of scattery, or they're weird, or they might be letters. They never make sense. So check out a clock. Also, you can turn on and off lights. Apparently in dreams, light switches don't tend to actually turn off light sources. It's like they're not attached. There's something missing, I don't know, in our brain psychology for dreaming that doesn't allow that to happen. Now, I found in order to make this happen, in order to make me do these things in dreams, I had to start doing them in real life. So checking a digital clock more often, or turning on and off a light. So I started adding this into my routine, and then finally I was able to notice that I was dreaming. So there you have it. My question to you guys is, have you guys ever realized that you were dreaming? Have you ever had this lucid dreaming experience? Have you guys watched that movie? Do you guys have any interesting articles that you like on this subject? Send them my way. Let me know. Comment below. If you're interested, this article had a few things that you could look up or type into Google: lucid dream induction, isolation of dreams, and dream psychology. So those are all things that'll give you more and more articles if this is a subject that really interests you that you guys can look into. Leave your stories below. I'll be happy to read them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and sweet dreams.